In this lesson, we're going to learn the palm pressing and rising block in walking stance. So palm pressing and rising block, what you're going to do is one hand is going to start down low, the other hand is going to start up high. From this position here, you're going to bring the bottom hand up, you're going to bring the top hand down. The two hands are going to interchange in the middle here. They don't touch, but they come very, very close together. Some instructors will say you should be able to feel the heat or feel the energy between your hands. That's how close they come, but they don't touch. And then from here, moving slow in the middle and then quick at the finish. And so when you finish, the final position for this block looks like this. So one hand is down low, the other hand palm facing up, this one palm facing down. And you notice that the elbow is bent here, and this one, the arm is sort of going down. I don't want to say 45 degrees, but it's going down and angled out from the body. So your hands are not, I'll show this from the side as well. When you finish, the hand that is going down is opposite leg. So the hand that is coming up is the same as the foot that you have in front. So this will always be the upward hand. This will always be the downward moving hand. But your hands are not like this or like this. Your hands are the same distance out from your body. They're not offset this way. Another thing is your hands are not directly on top of each other like this. They're offset slightly. So they're not like this, but at the same time they're not also out like this. So this doesn't make sense here, doing this. Doesn't make sense. So close together and then finish like this. And this is another exercise that we do as a breathing control exercise, which means that we perform this technique slow. Whenever we're performing it as a foundation movement, it's always performed slowly. And you go slow as the hands interchange. So as they pass one another, and then as soon as they've passed, then like this, quick at the finish. So slow, 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 stomach tight, right? Everything tight, like this, and then slow and then quick at the finish with this technique. So there are a number of techniques, as you've learned already from green belt, now continuing into blue belt. There are a number of techniques that are used as breathing control exercises. So they're performed in a slow motion when we're doing the foundation techniques. Of course, if you're doing it for real, then you would do it fast. But for foundation practice, slow and then quick. So, and again, always, I've probably mentioned this in previous videos, but breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. So it's always in through your nose, out through your mouth when you're exhaling. So always, right? So like this. So palm pressing and rising block, looking at it from the side. So this hand is going to start up high, up at head level. This hand starts down low. Bring the hands down, interchange, and then quick. So step, again, I'm really exaggerating motion, but here, starting down low, starting up high, interchange, and then finish like this. So turning around. Okay. Okay, so palm pressing rising block Again, I don't usually get into too many of the applications because it's more important that you understand how to do the techniques for right now. But I can tell you what it is not used for. There are books out there that will list this technique as being used against somebody that is doing a kick, punch, or something at the same time. Either somebody doing this, which is a nonsensical attack. I mean, nobody would ever attack that way. That would be stupid. Or against two attackers, one of them who happens to be punching you and the other one who happens to be kicking you at exactly the same time, and somehow you're going to do this block. And even when they show in the book students doing this, again, not going to work. You don't stop a front kick like this with a downward hand. You try to direct a punch upward, you're going to direct it up into your face. If you switch those two around and somebody's punching you, you're not going to get on top of that punch. It's still going to hit you if you try to push down on it. And if somebody's doing a kick and you lift the leg up, they're just kicking even higher into you. So if you have two opponents directly in front of you and you're doing this, you're not stopping the front snap kick, you're not stopping the punch anyway. We do have palm downward block in L stance where we can use that against the front snap kick. It's better used against the side kick or some other technique where you can swat the leg downward. If you're going to use it against the front snap kick, then you would have to block higher up on the leg to be able to knock it down with a palm downward block. If you're going single, we also have double. We're going to get to that shortly. But the point I'm making is this palm pressing and rising block is not being used to stop a punch-kick combination. It's probably the most commonly misused application of the technique. You can use this technique to escape from a wrist grab. You can use this technique, for example, if somebody was on the ground, you could use this, to rotate the head and try to break the neck. So you can imagine a crouching opponent where you're able to grab the head, you're able to grab underneath the chin and rotate the head like this. So that's an application of this technique. I've got videos with my dad showing this, but you can use this as a wrist escape to break from a wrist hold. So there are a number of real world applications for this block, but defending against one or two attackers doing a punch front snap kick combination is not one of them. So you need to block some of that stuff out because there's a lot of junk floating around out there in the book. A lot of people only learn from the book. They don't actually learn from a real instructor, and so that's what you get sometimes. So palm pressing and rising block. So again, slow and then quick. So this hand comes down, interchanges, and then turns out this way. The bottom hand comes up and goes this way. So palm pressing and rising block by count. 2, 3, turn around. 2, 3, turn around. Good. So that is palm pressing and rising block. And remember, fingers tight together on these. Don't leave your fingers splayed out to the side. Don't leave your thumbs hanging out to the side. Make a proper closed hand, like a knife hand, essentially like a knife hand. Thumb in at the side, fingers together. And remember, bring your hands close together, close, not touching. They shouldn't rub at any point. Close together, close enough almost that you can feel the warmth between your hands. My instructor would always say you can feel the energy there, you can feel the heat between your hands. And then finish quick and strong. Okay, so here, and exhaling throughout the whole motion. So, like this. Okay, so that is palm pressing and rising block in a walking stance.